False flag flicker in the air, and we don't even know what's there. Occasionally prone to overshare, but they'll never say PASHUT doesn't care. Cause we broken our quarantine, running through streets cause the police said we oughtn't be. Hugging a kiss in the fountain, the water be missing for weeks cause the world be a war scene. Poor shorty, being with me was for her like morphine. She called me her tati or OP. Now, Rabosai, there's a few like Perushim in the Gemara that talk about this. He didn't know that she was beautiful? What does that mean? Did he not look at her? So, like the Gemara seems to say that, yeah, he just like didn't look at her. There's a medrash which said that he looked in a puddle. He's like, now it's relevant to talk about your beauty. Before I only knew your inner beauty. There are people that talk about it. It's interesting nekuda. The Gemara of Metzia, Dav Nun Tes Amud Aleph. It says, "Le'olam yehe adam zahir b'kavod ishto." A person should always be careful in respecting his wife. She'ein bracha mitzuya b'soch beiso shel adam ela b'shvil ishto. There is no bracha found, no blessing found in the house, except because of his wife. Shenemar, that Abraham, they did good because of Sarah. Okay. They had this whole plan. Yo, we got to go into Egypt. Okay, this is how we lie. This is what we do. Right? We got to plan. Oh, I know you guys got to plan. Alright, there's a Gemara in Erechin which talks about the tzaras. It says that on Gilei Rayas tzaras come, and they prove it from here. Okay, fine. Gemara in Sotah Mem Dat Mem Vav. If you're walking by yourself and you don't have anyone to go with you, Mem Vav Beis, Yasok B'Taira. So anyways, it says, so someone who's walking on the path and doesn't have anyone to come with him, you should learn Torah. We learn Yava Schen. We learn, right? Levi Schen, fine. The Amar Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi, who we actually just saw, Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi. I don't know much about him, but his dad was Levi. He says, Bishvil Arba Psios Shaliva Paro LaAvraham, the four steps that Paro like escorted Abraham. Me'etzavalav Paro Anashim, he just said, go, right? Nishtabed Banav Arba Me'oshana. That's what caused the Galus in Egypt. It was because of the 4 steps. What? What?
Wait, what was that again?
Because of the 4 steps that Paro escorted Abraham out, Abraham's ancestors were oppressed, like Nishtabed from Lashon of Shibud. The Shibud happened for 400 years. First of all, okay, 4 steps, 400 years. What the heck? It says later in this Parsha. I have one question for you guys. Is this a punishment for Abraham that he let Paro walk him out? Which what? Or is this a merit, a mitzvah of Paro? I don't know. And so because he did this mitzvah, he got to like enslave his people. What the heck is going on here? I don't know. But the Kli Chemda, who is very gishmak, right? Rav Dov Yisachar Platsky or Platzker. From Devart, Meir Dan Platsky. What am I talking about? Dov Yisachar. Meir Dan. Kitzer, he says like this. He says, maybe I already have the laws of an Israelite, even though like, and so he was like, so I'll do it because of the suffix, right? Because I'm not sure. So Abraham's like, yo, I tell them they're gonna try to hook up with Sarah, right? And she's gonna, same as me, she's gonna give up her life rather than have to do Avodah Zarah. She was gonna give up her life. Okay? So what's the Kli Chemda say? The Kli Chemda says like this. That they knew, the Egyptians knew that Abraham and Sarah, they had a din, they gave themselves from a din of Yisrael. She was going to give up her life. So he's saying like this. They know that if they know that Sarah is Abraham's wife, they're going to think that the reason that she's fighting them to the death, not to have sex with them, is because she's a married woman. So they're going to kill Abraham in order so that Sarah will let herself live. That's the Harguo sin, they'll kill me, the Osach Sichyu, and you, they're going to, in order so that you will live. Do you guys chop? Do you get that? They're going to kill Abraham in order so that Sarah won't kill herself, or won't let herself be killed, rather than, and I still don't know the answer. What does it mean that Abraham was like that? Like Abraham's progeny was enslaved for 400 years because of the 4 steps that Paro took with Abraham? I don't know.
I don't know the answer to that. I don't know. Maybe we'll have an answer at the end of Shir, but I really don't know. I'm still blibing shver. Okay. So now now it's the leaving of Egypt and Abraham and Lot. Right? That's the next part. Vayal Avraham in Mitzrayim, went over Mitzrayim, and Lot was with him and all of his stuff. And Avraham, it says kaved me'od again. It said kaved already. Like the Rav was kaved, but Avraham had so many stuff. He had so much mikneh, kesef, zav. He had everything, right? And he went up, and he put a tent at Makom Mizbeach Sham Rishona, and he called again B'Shem Hashem. And then he says, "V'Kanani v'Aprizi az yoshev ba'aretz." V'Kanani v'Aprizi az. It says we read before and we missed it. V'Kanani az ba'aretz. It was then in the land. If you check the Ibn Ezra over there, he says, "Yo, there's a big secret here." And whoever knows the secret, Yidom. So shut up. Hamaskil Yidom, says the Ibn Ezra. What's the huge secret over here? V'Kanani az ba'aretz. This huge secret. It's gonna he says, and the Ibn Ezra says, whoever knows this, shut up. Al Shema Asid. It's about the future Nichtav. It's written when the Israelim have the land, right? And that's why it says Az. Then they were in it. The Canaani was in the land, right? It's Al Shema Asid. Very weird. I'll tell you what I think is so difficult and it's a big secret, and why he says that whoever knows should shut up. I think here he's talking about something about biblical criticism. What do you mean then was in the land? When was the Torah written? Say the Canaani now is in the land. Oh, it's being written after. How far after? And so I think that's what the Ibn Ezra is yo, whoever knows. Now, we know that the Gemara is all biblical. The Gemara is just asking questions. I'm not afraid of any question. I'm not threatened. The rabbis who were afraid of biblical criticism is because they're Katnei Amunah. And they're oh, right? Because they don't have Amunah and they don't think that there's answers. But we know Gemara, we know that there are answers, and we'd love the question. But that's, I think, Pshat. Kanani, the Agrizi, Az, they were in the land then, and we have to, and Ibn Ezra says, shut up. We should be zocher to do the impossible, and he's chilling always.
Skin cut, because we just want peace, man. We done with this shit.